Is $20 a day even possible? Alright, let's be real. Canada is not the first country that comes to mind when you think budget travel. Most people picture maple syrup, stunning landscapes, polite people, and yeah, expensive prices. But here's the big question, can you actually survive in Canada on just $20 a day? Sounds impossible, right? I mean, that is the price of a single fast food meal in Toronto. But today, we are going to test that challenge. We are breaking down food, transport, accommodation, and entertainment to see if it is even remotely doable. Spoiler alert, it's not easy. But if you're smart, creative, and willing to hustle a little, it might just be possible. Why this challenge matters now. Why even do this? Because Canada is one of the most visited countries in the world, but it is also one of the most intimidating for budget travelers. A lot of people cross it off their bucket list thinking, I can't afford it. But what if I told you that with just $20 a day, you could eat, get around, and even enjoy some experiences in Canada? Not luxuriously, but comfortably enough to survive. That is what this challenge is all about. Breaking down the budget before we dive in, let's set the ground rules. With $20 a day, here's what we need to cover. Food, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and maybe a snack. Transport, buses, trains, or whatever it takes to move around. Accommodation, even if it's the bare minimum. Fun, because surviving doesn't mean you can't enjoy yourself. Alright, let's start with the hardest one, accommodation. Accommodation hacks on $20 day. Let's be brutally honest, hotels in Canada are off the table. Even a cheap hostel in cities like Vancouver or Toronto will run you $30, $40 a night, already double our budget. So how do you survive? Here are the real options. Couchsurfing. There is a big couchsurfing community in Canada. Locals open their homes to travelers for free. This saves you 100% on accommodation, but you've got to be social and respectful. Work exchange. Volunteering websites like Workaway or WWOOF lets you work a few hours in exchange for room and board. You are basically living for free. Camping. If you have a tent and it's summer, Canada is full of campgrounds. Some are free. Others cost around $10, $15, which still fits the budget. Overnight buses or trains crazy. I know, but if you plan travel overnight, you save a night of accommodation. Not glamorous, but hey, this is survival mode. So realistically, the only way to make $20 a day work is to eliminate accommodation costs completely or reduce them as much as possible. Transportation on a shoestring next. Up getting around Canada is massive. Like, bigger than most people realize. If you try to crisscross the country, you'll blow your budget in a single train ticket. But within cities, there are ways. Walking and biking. Most Canadian cities are walkable. Some even have free bike share days. Public Transit passes a single bus ride in Toronto costs around $3.25. That's already more than 15% of your budget. But here, here's the trick. Day passes and weekly passes save you money. If you plan right, ride sharing. Apps like Poperide let you split fuel costs with drivers going your way. Long distances become affordable. Hitchhiking. It's less common in big cities, but pretty common in rural Canada. And it's free. So the key here is you're not buying multiple tickets a day. You pick one ride, maybe two, and plan everything around it. Food on $20. Day in Canada, the food problem, okay? So let's be honest, Canada isn't Southeast Asia. You're not getting a full meal for $2. Even fast food can eat half your budget in one go. So how do you survive? Grocery store magic. This is where grocery stores become your best friend. Forget restaurants unless you want to blow your budget in 10 minutes. Stores like No Frills, Walmart, and Costco are lifesavers. Here's a sample budget-friendly day. Breakfast a bagel with peanut butter, bought in bulk. Costs maybe 50 cents per serving. Lunch, instant noodles, or better yet, rice with canned beans or tuna, around $2. Dinner, pasta with tomato sauce and some frozen veggies, around $3. Snack, bananas, apples, or carrots cheap and filling. All in, you're eating 3 meals for $5, $7 if you plan right. That leaves some wiggle room in your $20. The dollar store trick, here's a pro tip. In Canada, Dollarama is a budget traveler's paradise. You can get snacks, canned goods, bread, even basic toiletries all for $1 for dollars. It's way cheaper than hitting a restaurant. Drinking on a budget, another trap is drinks. A single coffee at Starbucks is $5. That's a quarter of your budget gone. Instead, buy instant coffee or tea from the grocery store. Or carry a reusable water bottle. Tap water in Canada is safe and free. Free food options, and yes, free food exists. Community centers and churches often host free meals. University events sometimes have free pizza or snacks. Food banks, not ideal for tourists, but if you're really strapped, they exist. Point is, if you're creative, you can fill your stomach for surprisingly little. Entertainment and daily life on $20, day-free fun in Canada. Now, just surviving isn't enough. You're in Canada. You want to experience it. So what can you do for free or almost free? Nature Canada is a giant playground. Hiking trails, lakes, mountains, beaches, they cost nothing. Free museums and events. Some cities have free admission days at museums or art galleries. Street festivals in summer. Almost every weekend has some kind of free outdoor festival with music, food stalls, and performances. Library passes. Local libraries often have free community passes for attractions, even swimming pools. So yes, while tourist attractions can cost $30 or $40, if you stick to free or community activities, you're golden. Social survival now. Here is something people Dante always talk about. Survival on $20 day also means social skills. You'll need to connect with people, whether that's Couchsurfing hosts, locals at free events, or fellow travelers. Canadians are famously friendly, and that friendliness can turn into free meals, rides, or even a place to crash. So being social isn't just fun, it's a survival tactic. The mental side, let's not sugarcoat it, it's tough. You'll miss out on fancy dinners and paid attractions, but you'll also get a raw, authentic experience most tourists never see. You'll meet locals, discover hidden gems, and learn how little you actually need to survive. Is $20 a day realistic? Doing the math, so let's crunch the numbers. Accommodation, $0. Couchsurfing, work exchange food, $7. Transport, $3. $5. Fun, misc, $5. That's around $15, $17 day? Doable, but tight. Any slip-up like eating out or paying for a hostel and you're way over budget? The verdict, can you survive in Canada on $20 a day? Yes, but it's survival, not comfort. You'll need to be resourceful, disciplined, and willing to give up a lot of conveniences. But here's the flip side. If you can survive on $20 in Canada, you can survive anywhere. And honestly, it might even make your trip richer because you experience Canada through people and places most tourists overlook. So now I want to hear from you. Would you ever try surviving on $20 a day in Canada? Or is that just too extreme? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this breakdown useful, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Share this video with your fellow travelers and subscribe for more budget travel challenges and hacks. Because at the end of the day, travel isn't about how much you spend, it's about how much you experience.